No, it's cold out.
Hi everyone, Sabrina from Campbell's Freedom Farm. So today we're going to talk about gumballs and your houseplants. How do they relate? Well, anybody with a cat or a dog that gets into the plants, you'll understand. So basically, we used to have cats, and Mr. Freckles, who is the logo of my channel, he's not here anymore. He would always get into my plants. It was like crazy every time I left. If you want a boxer, you have to know that they have separation anxiety. So I came up with some creative ideas to stop him from getting into the plants. So one of them is, I would, depending on the plant, little pine cones. Okay, these were great for a little while on the smaller plants, you know, especially with cats. They'll try to get in and use it as a kitty litter. And I'll show you that was the case with the pair of this plant. I was pretty upset. And, but for a cat that really wants to get into a big plant, it just wouldn't work. So sadly, you have to come up with something that's uncomfortable for them to walk on. So a lot of times I tried the pine. So these are pointy, they hate it, it smells great for a while, but there were a couple issues. One, I swear these go everywhere, and every morning when you walk out, you step on them. I hated them, love the smell. Could it change the levels of acidic in your plant? It could. I've read articles, it went back and forth. So I didn't ever have a problem with that, but for the pH in your soil. But it was us stepping on them or putting your hands in to check out, you know, the soil and all that. I always got stuck. Of course, there were no dogs or cats in them. So then I went with bigger pine cones. These do work. Okay, it didn't work with the dogs because for them it was just a game, grab it and shake it out, and then they played soccer with them. Okay, but with the cats, they didn't like to try to stand on them and urinate on them. So it was good, but they would fall out, and I still do use these. And actually I use these on the outside plants basically to keep them moist, and it's like a ground cover in the winter, plus it looks really cute. So then when I was really frustrated, this is a chestnut. It's like a danger, like you don't want to touch it. I hate foraging for these. I mean, I love doing it, but can you hear that cat? I have a feral cat under the couch, and this is why we're doing this video. She keeps clawing at me. So these are great. If nothing works, you could put these in here, or the thistle. The thistle looks really cute actually sticking out. But you don't want to do that unless you have to, because it could get a splinter in their paws, or if you step on them, I mean, it's very uncomfortable. It hurts. And so I do use these only on a rare occasion. But then we have these really annoying gumballs. Like, I never want one of these trees. They're beautiful. They're actually called the alligator wood. Do you know why? They're used for railroad ties. They're tough, and their bark is tough. They're important trees. They produce a lot of lumber. So the problem is, for somebody in a nice yard, forget it. You're raking these. They hurt. I mean, they're yuck. Although they're great for crafts. P. Allen Smith does a great wreath. You should check it out. I've done other decorating ideals, especially the holidays. They paint very well. You could either dip them and let them dry for the kids, or you could spray paint them. But in this case, we're going to put them into my plants. since I don't know if anybody watched the feral cat rescue. It was under the program. It's a barn cat. We live on a mini farm, and this poor thing was dying, and we captured it and put it in, and had we not, she would have died. She had some really bad issues. So now they said, oh, after 4 days, release her back in the wild. Well, she just hangs out. She won't leave our porch. You can't touch her, but now we have an ice storm, so I've got her in. You know, I've been feeding her inside a little, so she walks in, she gets used to humans. But, yeah, you have to be careful. She attacks you sometimes. She's trying to learn how to pet, but she ruined a bunch of my plants. She finally has got the kitty litter. So anybody that wants a beautiful feral cat, probably a single person, she will now walk around the house if just one person is out. Not my grandson, he's too hyper, and my poor dog, like all she does is hiss and spit at him. But what you do with these gumballs, now that we're back on thing, is we just put them in here. You just fill the whole thing. Let me get up. Let me turn this off and let me bring you up. Okay, now you can see what's going on. Basically, I'm just going to fill them in here and just make it very uncomfortable for her. Her name's Penny. My grandson named her. And Penny brought another kitten to the house, and he named her Copper because she had the most amazing eyes. But we found a home for that cat, a wonderful home. Okay, now this is all I need to do. I don't need any more. The minute she jumps in here, she's out of there. And over time, you could get rid of them. They'll quit jumping. Can you see that? It actually is kind of cool looking. It keeps it from drying out. But let me show you the plant that she did ruin. Okay, this is the matching plant. I was really sad that she really attacked these tropicals because after the house burned down, these were one of the first plants I bought. It's like I had to withdraw plants since I lost my big greenhouse or conservatory. So here you can see this plant is starting to die, and if a cat urinates in here, it's iffy if it'll make it, but mostly all you have to do is trim it up and try to clean everything. Get some air in here. And I have actually, oh, this poor thing, taken them out of the container and washed them, and then put them in totally new soil. And I still might do that. It might be too late though. And just clean it up and get some air going. I did put this in the tub and run tons of water through it to kind of rinse it out. Oh, and see my lamb's ear that was in here? I think that's a goner too. So this is what happens when you have a cat urinate into a plant. It's not good. They will actually take all the dirt out and play with it too, but that's usually the dogs. So again, basically just put all these in here. And there are sprays, I understand, that you could put in here. I'm not into sprays unless I have to. I'm more into the natural stuff. And I think there's always uses for some of this stuff. And so basically, I'm going to fix this one a little more after the video. But that's a good use for these. And hopefully I could save this plant. Otherwise I'm going to find another one that matches. But cat or a dog or any pest getting into your plants, try the gumballs. They're great. People are always trying to get rid of them, and they're perfect for your house plants. And anybody that wants a feral cat, let me know. This is Sabrina from Campbell's Freedom Farm. Please subscribe, like, and share, and everybody have a great new year. Some of the videos we're going to do were re-landscaping where the house was. I already did some, but with all the moisture coming up, I still have glass coming up. I have picked up everything that I can, so it's never going to be yard that people could walk on. So we have all these plants. I went to Lowe's. They have a whole bunch of plants, 90% off. I think I bought them all. And we're going to re-landscape the whole area. We're getting a new greenhouse going, and so lots of stuff. Have a great day. Bye.